Takeda's only chance to throw a Hail Mary shot. And seeing he's so old that he probably met Jesus, he may have a chance. There's a leg kick again. This one's over. Come on, throw in the towel.
I know, he doesn't want to fight. I mean, come on. He's wobbling.
Throw in the towel. I think they had one hand on the towel, and Takeda went over to the corner and said, no, I'm going to go out on my shield. And he comes out slugging. Give him credit.
Oh, I give him credit just for being in the ring.
Albert's going to finish. Oh, spinning hook kick from Albert Kraus. I just hope that Albert decides to finish him with a leg kick. He doesn't decide to knock him out with a punch. Oh, and he pokes him in the eye. No, that's not a down. Well, he got thumbed in the eye. And Kakuta is counting it as a down.
Well, you don't go down from a thumb to the eye. He went down because his legs are giving up and he's tired.
One more knockdown and it's all over under the 3 knockdown rule. I'm surprised he hasn't switched to southpaw stance here, Takeda, to protect that leg. Come on, switch, Takeda, switch! Nah, that's it. It is the end of the career of Kozo Takeda. Two more good leg kicks will do it, surely. And Albert maybe wants to knock him out with something else. He's going to go for the hands here. Only a slip, says Kakuta. The enduring punishment here for Kozo Takeda. It's not a pretty sight to watch, Mike. It's actually very difficult to watch.
It's like, just stop it. I mean, he's doing front leg takedowns.
This is actually a very hard fight to call. I'm not going to get excited about it. I'm not going to give a good night Irene or a big kibosh. He's now cut. That's it. Forget about it. Oh, come on, Kakuta-san. Wave it off. Seriously, wave this one off. They're calling time to tend to that cut over the left eye of Kozo Takeda. But Mike, this is just
not
wrong.
necessary.
No. Hopefully the doctor will call it off here. The leg is beaten up. The right eye got thumbed. The left eye is cut.
Yeah, I mean, what else needs to happen in this fight?
Even Masato, I think he's saying, yeah, look, just throw in the towel.
No, Masato's like, I hope this is not what my retirement fight's going to look like.
And there it is. Thank you, Kakuta. It is all over. Takeda went out on his shield. Mikey, that was really hard to watch, brother.
Yeah, that's pretty emotional and completely unnecessary. I think it was painfully obvious that nothing was going to happen.
Great sportsmanship there from Albert Kraus. That's us you can hear giving our ovation to Kozo Takeda. It was probably a bit late for his retirement. He should have retired after Dynamite, really. An emotional moment. Good call there from Kakuta-san to stop it. He could have stopped it after the first round, really. You can take nothing away from Takeda. Very, very few men have held the Rajdamoon Stadium Championship. He may be the only Japanese fighter to ever hold it at welterweight. Made it to the final of the K1 Max Japan tournament back in '03. But he hadn't won a fight in the last 4 years. The big bunch of flowers for Takeda. I also saw the silver gloves. There they are. Tanagawa-san, the head of FAG. Masato's got the flowers in center ring. They will present Kozo Takeda. Takeda, who fought Masato back in 2003, took Masato to a decision in the final of the Max Japan tournament. That's nice. Albert and his son. There's Masato, who we will see at Dynamite New Year's Eve in his retirement fight against either, it looks like, Andy Souwer or Giorgio Petrosyan. Bad cut over the eye there too. There's Tanagawa-san. Farewell, Kozo Takeda.
It's a special prize just for his recognition of his long service to the sport.
That's what that paper says?
Yes.
Like a certificate of appreciation, pretty much.
Exactly. Congratulating him on his hard work.
Kozo Takeda, thank you for the memories. Oh, gee, Mikey, they know how to jerk the tears, don't they? It is super fight time as Taishin Konoumaki, the triple K1 Max Japan champion, first man to ever win the Japan tournament 3 times, takes on the Armenian Drago. Drago coming off a devastating loss to Yuya Yamamoto in the final 8. Before that, he had maybe the win of his career when he defeated Yoshihiro Sato via extra round decision on April 21. It's been win-loss lately for Drago. Lost to Yamamoto, win over Sato, lost to Masato, win over Gori, lost to Andy Souwer. So he's been running hot and cold in K1. He'll be needing to be red hot here tonight against Taishin Konoumaki. Konoumaki, another one of those veteran fighters who's been around forever and a day, got a huge record, 23-13-1, 12 knockouts. As I said earlier, the fabled front kick of Taishin Konoumaki. One of the best front kicks in the business. If it is on here tonight, it will hurt Drago. He digs away with it to the midsection, to the sternum, up to the jawline. Koei can throw that front kick like no other. He's got to use it and keep Drago at bay. He cannot allow Drago to come into the pocket and work the hands, especially to Koei's jawline. Drago, a Muay Thai stylist, training out of Amsterdam. It's Showtime Association. Konoumaki from the Bravi Ragazzi Gym.
K1 ワールドマックス2008ベスト8ドラゴン
It is super fight time. Gago Drago versus Taishin Konoumaki. Look at the crowd on hand here at the Yokohama Arena. Fantastic night of K1 action. As Koei bangs the gloves of Drago, we are set for 3-by-3. 1 extra round in case of a draw. 3 knockdowns in 1 round under super fight rules, and it's all over. Michael Chiavello and Mike Kogan with you. Nice leg check from Koei. Peppering with the jab. Will we see the fabled Koei front kick? It is very rare that opponents can actually finish, or fighters can actually finish opponents with a front kick, but Koei's front kick can knock out. Good high right round kick there from Drago. Koei yet to sling the legs. He's just jabbing at the moment. There it is, first leg kick. Drago needs to get on the inside, needs to go in the pocket. He cannot stay at the end of the reach here of Koei. It would be suicide. Inside thigh kick, trying to find a way in for that right hand is Drago. Koei does not want to sit against the ropes. Drago loves to force opponents into corners, against the ropes, cut off the ring and pound away. Good inside leg kick from Drago. Actually split the cup there. Hook right hand.
Nice. Drago is slowly starting to find his way in.
Koei not doing a lot at the moment, except for jabbing. Double jab, right hand from Drago. Koei had a perfect opportunity there to pull the head down into a knee, and he let it go by.
But he's probably experiencing a bit of a ring rust also. I mean, he hasn't fought since February of 2009.
Leaping left hook there from Drago. Koei ties him up. Almost looked for a heel kick to the calf there, big Koei. Old school technique you don't see a lot of anymore. Double jab, high left round kick. No starch behind the shots here of Koei. And again, needs a little bit more pepper. Jabbing. But you've got to use the jab to set up something. There's no use just using it as a range fighter if you're not going to find range for any technique.
Right, and so far, Drago is actually being able to block the jab and then come off of it with these punches.
And again, Koei decided to hook him where he should have gone to the liver section because he could see that Drago had the gloves up really high. Not a smart first round here from Koei. And these punches have less weight behind them than Misha Barton. They are doing nothing to Gago Drago. He fakes with the right hand, then he throws a little pitter-patter left. We haven't seen one front kick yet. We've maybe seen, what, 3, 4 leg kicks? That's about it from Koei.
At the most, probably less than 3 front kicks.
Knee to the midsection. Koei on the back foot. And again, why is he faking with that right hand but not following through?
I don't know, but that's exactly where Drago wants him, up against the ropes, outside of his reach range.
I will be very surprised if any of the judges give this one a draw, because for me, that was quite obviously Gago Drago's round.
A very one-sided round. And, you know, we're about to check what they're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised anything from these judges. But, you know, most definitely, you know, Drago's round. I mean, Drago found the way to get around the range, found a way to get around the jab.
Beautiful rip to the liver section, then upstairs, right hook. That's just good combination work from Drago. Let's have a look. Get the wet fish out, Mike Hogan. 2 judges deserve a slapping. 2 judges have given it a draw. 1 judge has given it to Drago. Ridiculous, ridiculous. How is that possible? Come on. Seriously. Second round of action. And again, there's little pitter-patter punches here from Koei. High knee was nice.
Yeah, I mean, Drago is used to taking punishment. That's how, you know, he takes punishment and delivers punishment. So these little rabbit punches are not going to hurt him, not going to discourage him from coming in.
And his chin's even tougher tonight, Mike, because he's grown a beard. And again, nothing behind that right hand of Koei.
Actually, I think what Drago was looking for is, under K1 rules, not allowed to hold the leg and repeatedly hit the opponent, and Koei just did that 3 times. That's why Drago was kind of looking at Kikuta like, you know, are you going to say something, or what's going on here?
Oh, there's a solid right hand to the orbital bone and a front kick to the midsection from Drago. That's more like it from the Armenian. Koei throws a knee to the liver section. Looking for the step-up knee again here. Eats a right hand on his way in. Meet and greet. Going for the big bok choy. And Drago fires off the ropes. Moves it back to center ring. Step-up knee. Not committed to it, though, Koei. It's like he's almost going through the paces here, like a glorified sparring session.
I mean, like I said, it could be a little bit of a ring rust. I mean, obviously, it's not lack of experience because Koei has plenty of it, but again, he hasn't been in a ring in over 9 months.
To me, it looks like more a case of Koei has suddenly learned how to jab, and he wants to try and show off this jab. It's ineffective, but he just wants to show off this jab.
That does also happen. You know, fighters learn some kind of new, you know, it's just like in MMA. Every grappler does a little bit of stand-up in sparring sessions, and all of a sudden they want to knock everybody out.
Oh, beautiful body shot from Drago! That was nicely done. Okay, I'm over Koei at the moment. I just want Drago to knock him the F out now. And down he goes. Thank you, Drago. You heard me. Yes. 1 minute remaining. Can Drago finish Koei? He's cut him. Yes, he has cut him. He's bled him like a pig. This one may be over. That's a bad cut where you don't want to be cut right over the eye. Yeah, this one's over, Mike.
Yeah, he can't open his eye.
This one's over. Good. Bye-bye, Koei. Get on to the next fight. Just disappointed, Mike. Just disappointed. We haven't seen one Koei front kick. We've seen these little pit-patter peppering jabs that are worthless.
Nothing. I don't think he wants to fight. I think Kikuta wants him to fight more than Koei wants to continue this fight.
Yeah, go
But
away.
he can't seem to open his eyes. I mean, he can't open his eye.
That's
he can't
finished.
fight.
That's it. Come on, Doc. Dr. Pepper has to wave it off here.
Yeah, I'd say it's over.
There it is, the cut off the left hand. Kikuta is going to consult the corner here of Koei. The doctor's still with Koei. They are not allowed to apply any Vaseline during the round. They can go to work and apply the Vaseline and the adrenaline to the cut between the rounds, but that's right on the eyelid. You do not want to be cut there.
On the eyelid.
See, the blood can run into the eye and impair the vision. I can't believe Kikuda's going to allow this one to go on. They shouldn't allow it to go on. Come on, Drago, finish him. And now Koei gets a bit more aggro. Jumping knee from Koei.
Well, because now he doesn't have much time left. You know, he's fighting against time now.
Ooh. And it was just the momentum from the wind of Drago's punch on that occasion that made Koei fall. Good front kick from Drago. Koei with a knee to the upper right ribcage. Drago going for the headache maker.
Drago wants to finish this in this round.
He does
Drago
indeed.
does not want to go into the next round. But it looks like we're going to make it.
Oh, the big kibosh! Nicely done from Drago. Second knockdown of the round. Koei's hurt. The corner may very well throw in the towel. He's saying to his corner, my eye, my eye. Oh, Kikuda almost got taken out. There it is. Certainly a 10-8 round to Gago Drago, no doubt about that one. I'll be surprised if Koei actually comes out for the third, Mike.
So will I, but if he does come out, I think Drago's going to be able to put it away in the first minute.
No pun intended there where you said, so do I. Come on. I was giving you some comedic credit there, Mike.
Somebody stole my Coke. I need more caviar. Oh, Tanikawa-san is in the corner, I think.
Okay, not a 10-8 round.
What's going on.
It is such ownership, it's 10-7 on all three judges' scorecards.
Oh, finally. Imagine that.
Okay, Kikuda in the corner of Koei. Is he going to come off his storm? Yes, he is. Okay, now 3 more minutes left for Drago.
Oh my God, there's like 9 people in the ring. I didn't see this many people in the ring.
3 more minutes left for Drago to smash up Koei here. Oh, Koei walks into a front kick. Drago has out-Koei'd Koei with the front kicks tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Drago with all the front kicks.
Oh, spinning hook kick. In the third round from Drago, you've got to like that. Steps across and kicks the back leg. And again, Koei, no power behind these punches. I've seen better hands on a clock. Rib kick, catches the kicking leg, tries to sweep out the support leg.
Drago wants to brawl now. I think he's mad.
Drago throws every shot with a force of will just to hurt an opponent. I love it. Jonathan Sher.
The crowd is telling him to front kick.
Telling Koei to front kick?
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're telling him to front kick.
The crowd know what we know. We all know the fabled front kick, and we haven't seen it. Oh, nice head kick from Drago, and Koei caught against the ropes. Drago looking for the finisher on the front foot. And again, these little toddler punches from Koei. They would not hurt my grandmother. Then again, what would Koei be doing hitting my grandmother? That's just wrong, Koei. Why would you hit my grandmother?
Well, you know what? To Koei's credit, it did wake him up a little bit. I mean, at least he's fighting. You know, before he wasn't doing anything.
Oh, the big kibosh! The spinning hook kick! That was beautiful, Mikey. How often do you see an opponent get dropped by a spinning hook kick in the final round of action? This is Drago at his finest.
Drago wanted that hook kick. He's been throwing it the whole fight, and he finally landed it.
This is Drago on. Body shot, goes to the liver like he's digging for oil.
I mean, yeah, he lunges into that punch. I mean, he wants to hurt you. He wants to take out your liver.
This is the Drago. Look at that. He Koei with a front kick to the face.
Mouthpiece is out. Koei dropped his mouthpiece.
Koei blinking, trying to shake off the blood out of his eye. He has been spanked. He has been owned. You can sign the pink slips. You can sign the ownership papers. Koei has just been dominated. They're going to wipe off that eye, reinsert the mouth guard. Drago is going to continue to hammer Taishin Kawatuamaki. 35 seconds remaining in the fight. Drago has schooled him. In Australia, we'd call this a shellacking. Is that a word you've got in the States, a shellacking? That's what this is, Mike Hogan, a shellacking.
Well, in the States, we call this ass whooping.
Look at Drago, the clinch, the knees, the front kicks. Coey, nothing getting through. Oh, Superman punch.
He did a rope-a-dope. He did a rope-a-dope Super Bowl. He lunged off the rope.
You crazy nutcase Armenian. That was beautiful to watch. Just domination. Coey again disappointing. Come on, dude. Seriously, throw your freaking front kick.
I agree. I agree. I mean, he did pick it up, you know, after the cut. I think he felt the pressure of the time, but.
And how's this for a lopsided fight card? 30-24, 30-25, 30-25. KO Drago takes it. And what was an absolute showcase of a fight for the Armenian. And folks, coming up next, it is another super fight as Artur Kashenko takes on the Storm, Tufan Salafsoon. I'm going to let you run with this one, brother, because you were very close to Artur Kashenko. His manager, Donatas 780s. What's been going on through Artur's mind over the last week, his physical preparation, and what is it that you and I so love about Artur Kashenko?
Well, I think the part that we love about Artur Kashenko and everybody else loves about Artur Kashenko is he comes to fight. You know, you want to be technical, he's technical. You want to brawl, he'll brawl. But no matter what he does, he always steps in the ring with one desire, and it's desire to finish the fight. I think he's shortfalling, and I've spoken to his trainers about it, not that they don't know about it, but just, you know, as an outsider, is that when his fights go into the extension rounds is when he starts to tire out. Now, granted, I believe some of his fights shouldn't have been in the extension rounds. You know, he actually feels that Andy Souwer fight shouldn't have gone to the extension round. But, you know, he looks forward to the next year, and he looks forward to starting it all over again.
青コーナー178センチ 69.5 キログラムイランの腐敗爆撃機トゥファンストームサラフズーン
The Persian fighter Tufan Salafsoon of Iran.
172センチ 69.9
He looks in shape.
K1 ワールドバックス
Does.
2008
I mean, I don't know. I never heard of Iranian kickboxing. I hear they're working on a nuclear bomb, though.
Artur Kashenko may have a few bombs here for Salafsoon. What a crowd on hand again. I know I keep reiterating it, but let me say once more. We usually have the K1 Max final at the Budokan where we hold 15,000. FAG said nope. Such is the popularity of K1 Max skyrocketing, we had to move to a bigger venue where we've got almost 20,000 here tonight at the Yokohama Arena. Artur Kashenko with possibly the worst haircut since Dr. Spock.
I like the haircut. You're just jealous because you can't get a haircut.
I've got the Salafsoon look, nice and clean.
I like the haircut.
Here we go, first round.
Kind of a boyish looks type of thing.
Ooh, overhand left and a high kick from Salafsoon off the bell, and he says to Kashenko, come on, I've got some Persian power for you.
Hey, I'm impressed so far.
Kashenko outside thigh kick. I love the way the little Japanese girls shout out his name. They don't say the K, they just say Shenko. You just hear them screaming, Shenko. Good inside thigh kick from Salafsoon.
Hey, Frank is pretty aggressive here. I'm impressed so far.
Frank is showing no respect to Artur Kashenko.
None.
Kashenko gloves up nice and high. Eats a jab from Frank Salafsoon.
I guess Iran can produce some kickboxers.
Kashenko locks him up. Can't work the Muay Thai clinch though. Referee moves in and breaks it. Salafsoon gloves up high. Got a nice jab on him too as the Iranian. Big leg kick to the hamstring area. Axe kick.
And one thing that he's doing very well is, you know, Kashenko, much like most of his Muay Thai fellow fighters, is usually a slow starter. And I think Storm, that's what I'm going to call him,
Storm.
is trying to capitalize on that by being overly aggressive in the first round.
And look at that. Kishenko cannot lock on the Muay Thai clinch. Salavsoon showing no respect. I can't believe the audacity on his K1 debut against a taller opponent. He pulled out an axe kick before.
I know. Well, he didn't pull it off. He just tried it, but still.
Designed to bring the heel down on the collarbone, the heel being the hardest bone in the body. The old Andy hug specialty. R.I.P. Andy. High left round kick from Kishenko. Salavsoon has come to fight. Jab 2 from the Iranian. Kicks out the back leg of Kishenko. 1 minute remaining here in the first round. I'm sure Kishenko thought it would have been over by now.
Yeah, and you know, he might be getting a little bit frustrated by the sort of unorthodox aggression from Salavsoon. It's
Could you imagine what would happen if you put Salavsoon against Gago Drago?
Yeah, like
that
it would be war.
Craziness. Overhand right from Salavsoon. Well, you know what? Salavsoon against Watanabe. That'd be ridiculous.
Just anybody who's also an overly aggressive fighter, but you know, so far Salavsoon's doing a great job, I have to tell you.
Overhand right, picks the back leg again from Salavsoon. Something you don't see often. Opponents kicking the back leg of Kishenko rather than the lead leg. Nice right hand counter from Salavsoon. Then goes to the inside lead thigh. Kishenko wants to pull the head down for the meet and greet. And Salavsoon cracks to the inside lead.
Well, but Kishenko is slowly starting to figure out how to get to his head. And he's landing some pretty good punches here. Salavsoon is a little too wild with his hands. He's good with his knees and kicks, but his hands are kind of moving a little wild.
I'll tell you what, though,
it's a tie round,
I don't know how Kogan Vision saw it, but tied round. I'd actually edge it slightly to Salavsoon just for his aggression alone.
Possibly, but I think it'll be tie round. I think Kishenko met his aggression with some good counter punching, but definitely.
There's the axe kick.
Definitely a tie round.
The audacity to.
But let me put it this way: I didn't even know what to expect from Salavsoon.
Yeah.
I am overly impressed.
Okay, 2 judges have it a draw. 1 judge has it the way of Kishenko.
Yeah, and it's probably for accuracy because towards the end, the last minute of the fight, Kishenko started landing some pretty good combinations. Like landing, not just throwing.
Second round of 3. It's gone a lot longer than Kishenko thought.
I'm actually more interested in the second round than the first because I don't think Kishenko knew much about Salavsoon because we didn't know anything about him. So that was almost like a filling out process. But now he's, you know, with his experience in the K1 ring, I hope he's got him figured out.
Ooh, beautiful high left round kick. Doesn't even switch up on it. He's got such great torque off the hips as Kishenko. Yeah. And here come the power shots. Here comes the pain. And down goes Salavsoon.
He got him figured out, like I said.
You know your stuff, Mike Kogan. You read it like a book, brother. There is no way Salavsoon is going to see up the second round here. No way.
Yeah, no. The first round was just kind of like, okay, I don't know anything about you. He came out a little aggressive.
It's over.
But look at that. You know what I mean? But by now, he's figured him out.
Now this one is over.
I mean, Salavsoon hasn't landed anything yet.
Kishenko just
and now he doesn't want. And now he doesn't want to land anything.
Look at Salavsoon on the back foot constantly now, and Kishenko's got that rabid, that violent look on his face that he just wants to hurt this Iranian.
Well, he does, because by now he's figured him out.
Right hand, rips in double hook, make it 3 in a row. Right hand. Oh, Salavsoon second down. 1 more and it's all over. He has copped more battering than a deep fried Oreo.
Welcome to K1, Frank.
Welcome, Frankie Salavsoon. This is how we do it. Arta Kishenko style. The big boom shakalaka is coming. It's coming. You can smell it. You can smell knockdown in the air. How will Kishenko finish it? Will it be a hook? Will it be a right cross? Will it be a knee? Will it be a high kick? Maybe a high kick. There's a front kick.
Maybe all of the above.
There's the body shot to the liver. It's going to be a right hand. Could it be the uppercut? Salavsoon, a lot of guts and intestinal fortitude. Guy's got heart. 1 minute remaining. Kishenko lining up the tub thumper, lining up the good night Irene off that right hand. He throws it. Just didn't have the distance. Spinning hook kick to the side of the head. He's putting on a show now. Salavsoon like an Iranian pinata, just getting beaten on. Ooh, lands a right hand, doubles up into Salivsoon. He won't go down without a fight.
Most definitely give heart to Salivsoon. I mean, he's taken huge punishment here.
Still 25 seconds remaining. How is Salivsoon still standing?
I don't know, and his stamina is gone. He's dropping his hands. He's tired.
Kishenko thinking to himself, what the hell do I have to do to finish this guy?
He's going to knock him down in the next 10 seconds.
Body shot, left hook. Salivsoon's going to see out the round. It won't be 3 knockdowns in 1 round. The Iranian's going to survive. And he does. Wow. Didn't see that one coming, Mikey.
No. No. Definitely give him a lot of heart.
Now, Mike, I also want to throw it out there, and I know that you'll shoot it down straight away, but does it say something about Kishenko, his inability to finish Salivsoon? Is Kishenko lacking a little bit of that knockout luster that he once had? We haven't seen it recently from him. I mean, in his last fight, we didn't see it against Souwer. We saw it against Elvia Lima, but I mean, it's not here tonight. He should have finished off Salivsoon.
I would have to think so, yeah. I would have to think so. I mean, props to Salivsoon, but I don't know what's keeping him up.
10-7, say all 3 judges. The big entourage with Salivsoon. Oh, you got to think maybe Salivsoon could have 1 shot left.
I doubt it. I mean, that would be the upset of the night.
Oh, it would be the huge upset of the year. Inside thigh kick from the Storm, Salivsoon. High kick, shin across head from Kishenko. Still got some mustard left. Still got some gas in the tank, has Salivsoon. Kishenko's leg kicks just thumping.
Devastating, just devastating.
Nice front kick to the midsection. I say Salivsoon just surviving this fight would be a victory in itself for the Iranian.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know anything about it. For all we know, he's like 201 and, you know, whatever. I mean, he won
like I said earlier,
best of the best Asian champion. I
never
don't know
heard
what
of
that
it.
means.
World Martial Arts Festival, I've never heard of it.
No idea.
WPKA European Kickboxing Champion means above the waist fighting with the long pants on. You're going back to 1978 Bill Wallace days with that one. So he's got these useless titles on his record.
Right, and he was born in '84, so he couldn't have been in '78.
Exactly. So, you know, we know nothing really about him, but he's almost stood up for 3 rounds here against one of the finest fighters on the planet in Artur Kishenko. More than that, he came to throw down in the first round and genuinely tagged Kishenko. He hasn't done so since, but he's still surviving.
No, I mean, props to him for surviving. Like I said, we don't know anything about him. Probably because he comes from a country that doesn't have freedom of information.
Big hello to all of our fans watching on Al Jazeera. I think we're broadcasting Al Jazeera, aren't we? I'm pretty sure it's one of the stations that takes K1. I might be thinking wrongly. First down of the round.
K1 World Grand Prix goes on Al Jazeera.
It does. I was pretty sure. I read that on the list of the official 138 stations around the world.
I have no idea.
It is over now. It is over now. Kishenko by stoppage. It took him a lot longer.
But you know what? At the same time, and I'm not trying to defend Kishenko, but it's dangerous to fight a fighter you don't know anything about because you don't know how to prepare for him. And you literally have 9 minutes of live action to figure out exactly what you're going to do to him. And, you know, Salivsoon was a tough dude. I mean, he just wouldn't go down, you know? So I don't know what it says about Kishenko, or maybe it just says more about Frank.
Frank Salivsoon. And Mikey, you're hooked up in FEG. You're the head of FEG USA. Surely Frankie Salivsoon's going to get another call back to K1.
Frank will be back for sure.
Excellent.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So there you have it, folks. Another victory for Artur Kishenko. Donato Simonetti, his manager there, all part of Team MMA Bushido. And coming up next, it is going to be a bang fest. Iron Mike Zambini Zambo takes on the hard-hitting Hinata.
We'll be right back as HDNet Fights presents the K1 World Max 2009 World Championship Tournament Final. As HDNet Fights presents the K1 World Max 2009 World Championship Tournament Final.
Iron Mike Zambides takes on Hinata in what is a battle of the boxers here. Now, I know that I talk about the punching power of Mike Zambides, and I've seen him knock out so many great opponents over in Turkey on the A1 circuit, down in Melbourne as well, where he's knocked out the likes of Gurkhan Ozkan and Baris Nazif, who were heavier opponents. But let me put something straight to you here. It's been a long time since Zambides has knocked out anyone in K1. In fact, to find the last time Zambo actually had a knockout victory in K1, you've got to go back to May 2005, over 4 years ago, when he knocked out Kid Yamamoto. Ever since then, Zambides, who was often touted as among the most powerful boxers in K1 Max, has actually not knocked anybody out. He takes on Hinata. Hinata coming off a loss to Jaber Askarov by decision. And July 13 at the Buakaw. Before that, on his K1 debut, he defeated Yasuhiro Kido by an extra round on February 23rd in the K1 World Max Japan tournament. They're going to go toe-to-toe tonight. You know Zambides wants to find a knockout. As I said, he is fighting in Melbourne, Australia against Jaber Askarov in only 3 weeks' time. He cannot afford to get hurt or get cut or get beaten by Hinata here tonight. Zambides will want to end it quickly. It's Greece versus Japan. Zambides versus Hinata. Both men looking for the knockout.
青コーナー181センチ 70.0 キログラム初代ライズン70キロ級チャンピオン日向
Look at the Hinata fan club. They have turned out in numbers here tonight. Zambides with the Greek flag tattooed on his left pectoral. Got the 3-day growth going, although he is Greek, so that could actually be a 2-hour growth. Great crowd on hand here at the Yokohama Arena. Zambides and Hinata. Zambo, look at him, absolutely tiny. You know, he went to Tokyo Disneyland last week, Mike. They wouldn't let him on any of the rides.
Hey, I'm 5'6". Stop making fun of short people. I'm gonna start making fun of fat people.
3x3. Even you're taller than Zambides.
They had to unload some luggage from your flight because it was over the limit.
Even you're taller than Zambides, though. He's seriously like 5'2". He's not 5'6".
He's listed at 5'6".
Yeah, but he's not 5'6". You just get next to him. He's 5'2".
Okay, then keep making fun of him.
Here we go. Michael Chavello, Mike Kogan with you.
Him and Jabbar would be a good fight, I guess. No reach disadvantage.
Zambides, who often is troubled by fighters who have the kicking ability, who can keep him at bay, like Andy Souwer did. Zambides relies on getting on the inside. He does it via a leaping left hook, and they'll want to throw the overhand right. Actually has some very underrated leg kicks of his own, does Zambo. We tend to forget about them as we're so focused on his hands. Was discovered by Stan the Man Longanides in Portafigo in Greece many years ago. And Stan has always said that Mike hits like a heavyweight if he connects with those gloves.
So far, it's a bit of a leg kick exchange here.
He's also got those huge thighs as Zambides. Look at the size of his quadriceps. Takes one to the John Smalls. Nice leg check from Zambo. Counters. Head kick from Hinata.
Well, so far this fight is everything we've built it out to be, and it's just action-packed all around.
Left round kick from Hinata. There just seems to be a massive size difference between these two. Although very even contest at the moment. Zambides going for his signature move, the overhand right. He wants to try and set it though with the left hook. High left round kick from Hinata, fighting southpaw here. Zambides wants to throw that right hand. Zambides wants to keep his lead foot on the outside of the lead foot of Hinata to effectively give Zambo his jab. Should he put the lead foot on the inside of the lead foot of Hinata, it will negate the jab against the southpaw. He also wants to make sure he drifts off to his left and not to his right. If he goes left, he stays out of the way of the powerful left hand of Hinata. If he goes right, he walks into the power side of the Japanese fighter. Just a few things you've got to do differently when you're fighting a southpaw as opposed to taking on an orthodox fighter. 25 seconds remaining in the first round of 3. Very vocal crowd here at the Yokohama Arena. Zambides goes to that Hail Mary shot. Nice double forearms guard against the round kick. Hinata, who's wearing the Prajur on his right bicep, the Muay Thai armband. One of the good luck talismans that a lot of Muay Thai fighters wear. End of the first round, we go to the towels, and Mikey, I cannot separate them, brother.
Probably a 10-0 round. I'd have to say it's a 10-0 round. Although Hinata had a higher output of leg kicks. You know, I don't know if the judges are actually counting them or not. But you know, if it's a 10-0 round, it wouldn't be. I don't think it would be wrong.
Zambides trying to get on the inside and just power through the forearms. Okay, we have 10-9, 10-all, 10-9. 2 judges are favoring Hinata.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty fair. Like I said, he had higher leg kick outputs. He was a little more, I guess, more aggressive. Everything Zambides did was a counter.
There they are, the Hinata fans, and one section of this audience here at Yokohama Arena. K1 Maxes are happening. Don't forget, check out the official K1 website, k1official.com, and also our YouTube channel, youtube.com/K1. Nice counter from Zambides to the inside thigh. Zambides also does possess a very good jumping knee to the jawline. I'd like to see him try it out. Hinata to the back leg, cracks to the quadriceps. Good right hand from Zambides, just needed to turn through the hips a little more. It's a very calculated fight here from Hinata. One of the more cerebral fights we've seen from him. So we see the damage on the inside thigh there of Zambides.
Yeah, I think Hinata is fighting a very smart fight. And, you know, he's got, in a way, a lot riding on it on his young K1 career. You know, to have a win over a veteran like Michael Zambides is definitely going to propel him.
Zambides' arms have also taken some tremendous punishment, very reddened here, courtesy of those round kicks of Hinata. While I often say that Zambides is checking the round kicks by guarding up with his forearms, it's actually a Muay Thai technique to kick away at the deltoids and the bicep and the triceps of an opponent and literally break down the arms, which is what Hinata is doing. Once you break down the arms, you break down the muscles. That's how you break down the testicles. Once you break down the arms will drop and allow you to come over the top with a knockout shot. So many Thai fighters do it so effectively. And Zambides is going to be auditioning for the Athens Boys Choir after this one. Yeah, that was a Kentucky shot.
A lot of Kentucky shots this year, this event.
Ooh.
Oh, right on.
Kentucky fried gonads. He's okay, Zambides. Look at the punishment
well, Zambides
on the top of the right arm.
Just...
The Zambulis won't be okay.
We're waiting for the athlete to recover.
Zambides says he's okay. A referee officially cautioning Hinata. No point deduction though. Zambides throwing a right hand. And Hinata just going to town on that right arm of Zambo in a game, breaking down the forearms, the bicep. There was a nice spinning back Chris Manson-Gibson style. Oh, turning back into the midsection. Was it to the groin or did it catch him to the midsection? Zambides holding the groin again.
Wait a minute, but didn't he follow it up with a head soccer kick while Zambides was already on his knees?
Okay, I want to see the replay on this one. That was a hard shot. And if it is to the groin, Hinata could be punished here.
Difficulty breathing or something.
Well, was it a groin shot or was he winded?
Well, no, if he was winded,
if he's winded, it's a
knockdown.
knockdown. If it's a groin shot, we may see a point deduction for Hinata. Zambidi's in a lot of pain.
But I want to see the replay because I saw a
go.
soccer kick.
Now, we can't really see on that angle.
No, it's to the...
We couldn't really see on that angle.
But see right there.
Zambidi's grabbed his groin. Hopefully we'll get a different angle.
Well, I wanted to see the follow-up kick. Was he down or not?
Zambidi's giving time to recover here. You see the reddening on that right arm from the continual round kicks off the left leg of Hinata. Okay, we're not going to see a different angle unless we go maybe to between rounds if it lasts that long. Surprisingly, Hinata not getting even caution. Oh, Zambidi's caught him! Best shot of the fight so far from Zambo. Bit more aggression now from Zambidi's. Left hook. Goes to the body. Hinata looking for a meet and greet. Left hook again from Zambidi's. Now he's firing the little green.
Yeah, he's definitely upset.
Hinata goes to the head. Zambidi's needs to get out of kicking range. He's looking for the counter, but it's not working. He's got to try and be first to the punch. He cannot play a counter-attacking game with Hinata. Hinata just kick after kick.
Devastating kicks. I mean, they're just over and over and over.
That right arm is just banged up. Zambidi's with a takedown. End of the round. Now, hopefully we might see a replay of that turning back kick to the groin. Either way, though, Hinata's round. Doing everything right so far, Hinata. Let's take a look at this one. There's a kick to the forearms. That was a spinning back fist there. Kick to the forearm again, the spinning back fist. Left hook counter from Zambidi's. There was the best right hand of the fight so far from Zambo. All three judges 10-9 to Hinata. He is leading. I'm sure the corner of Hinata saying, you're doing everything right, son. Keep doing what you're doing, keep kicking away at that damaged arm.
Right, but he is. I mean, he's devastating with his right leg, and he's countering, and his right leg output is so high that Zambidi's is doesn't have the time to come. I'm sorry, left leg. That Zambidi's doesn't have the time to come in with his power overhand.
Hook from Zambidi's. And as soon as Zambo comes on the inside, Hinata just ties him up with a Muay Thai clinch. It is a very effective form of fighting, and the best we have seen Hinata so far in his short K1 Max career. Again, cracks away at the forearms, and once more of that lethal left leg.
Well, and that's the disadvantage that Zambidi's has. He only has so many weapons at his disposal. If you've seen, he hasn't changed his style the whole three rounds because he can't. He doesn't have anything else.
The thing is, Mike, Zambidi's hasn't changed his style in several years, and this is why he no longer gets the results on the board.
But mainly because he can't. It's just that's all he has. So he basically takes a lot of punishment in hopes that he can land that big overhand right and knock you out. And if he can, he wins, and if he can't, he loses.
As I said, 3 losses against 3 of the best in his last 3 fights. Kashenko decisioned him, Souwer knocked him out with a head kick, and Kraus TKO'd him. In fairness, though, I did have Zambidi's beating Kraus until they stopped the fight due to a cut. That was in his last fight in July last year. Or his last K1 fight, I should say. You feel that Zambidi's is just frustrated now. Doesn't have the answers for Hinata. Has the weapons, just can't get them firing. Can't find the range.
Well, he can't find the range because Hinata is neutralizing that range very effectively. You know, this is not a freak accident that he can't land those kicks.
And what it shows to me, Mike, is that Hinata and his team have done their homework. They've studied the footage on Zambo. They've worked out a game plan, and Hinata has stuck to that game plan.
Yeah, I mean, he's using his left kick as if it was a, you know, a jab, pretty much, to neutralize Zambides and discourage him from coming in.
Zambo's cut over the right eye now. It's only a small cut, but he's cut all the same. He does cut very easily, Mike Zambides. As I said, his last fight against Wayne Parr in Australia, very badly cut. He carries a lot of scar tissue, and now he goes down. It's over. No, referee just puts the count on Zambo. His left leg, something is wrong here. He shakes his head. Can he see out another 25 seconds, Zambides? Can Hinata finish him? A sad night here for Zambo. You've just got to wonder what Zambides could possibly bring to K1 Max still. He's no longer part of the top 8. He's no longer part of the top 16. And tonight he has been soundly beaten by a man who is nowhere near top 16. Mike, where is Zambides at in his K1 Max career?
I would say this is about it. You know, I really, unless we need to break in another new star into K1 and give him a test against some of the old school guys.
Unless he becomes a gatekeeper of sorts, that's about it, really.
I mean, he can't be of any significance because if he fought anybody from the top 16, it'd have been already knocked out a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine him going up against a Buakaw or a Petrosyan?
No.
I mean, these guys would murder him.
His days of fighting Buakaw or Petrosyan are way over. You know, and it's unfortunate, but at this point, he's not really even a gatekeeper anymore. He's just a tough guy who comes in and takes punishment.
So Hinata will claim it. A good scalp for him. Certainly a man to watch in the future. He's got the Muay Thai pendants around the neck. And it was the Muay Thai round kicks that did the damage here. 30-26, 30-27, 30-26. All one-way traffic to Hinata. Great victory. And his multitude of fans here at the Yokohama Arena certainly giving it up for their man Hinata. And he did it in fine fashion. Great performance from Hinata, only 22 years old, and really the future is all his if he can keep listening to his corner, keep training diligently, and keep producing these fantastic results. Hinata receives the big trophy. Zambides now looks forward to fighting Jaber Askarov in Melbourne in 3 weeks' time, but I feel that Askarov may handle him. Although Zambides always seems to produce something special in Melbourne.
Well, Zambides actually matches up against Escobar, pretty well.
Just hands guys, they're just
you know, both hands guys, about the same height.
So, folks, we are ready for the big one, and we're about to see who will be crowned the K1 Max Champion of 2009. Will Andy Souwer make history and become the first ever triple K1 Max World Champion? Or will Giorgio Petrosyan, the succulent Italian, the Lamborghini of K1 Max, continue to cruise his way as he has done all year? Mike, you know where my money is, brother. It's on Giorgio Petrosyan. Where is your money?
Well, I don't have any money, but if I did have it, I would have to put it on Giorgio Petrosyan at this point. I mean, the guy's on fire. He's been on fire since he got to K1 this year. And I saw something today from him that impressed me even more, if that's even possible to be more impressed by Giorgio Petrosyan, and that's the up-tempo that he was talking about. That's the not the change in style, but just doing everything he does just with faster and with more aggression. And we just saw a complete devastation of Yuya Yamamoto. I can't bet against him in here.
Well, folks, tonight has delivered a lot more than we could have ever expected. Our finalists set Andy Souwer, Giorgio Petrosyan, who will be crowned the K1 Max Champion of 2009. Will Andy Souwer make history and become the first ever triple K1 Max World Champion? Or will the sublime Italian Giorgio Petrosyan reign supreme? We'll see very shortly.
Ancora K1 ワールドマックス2005-2007世界王者アンディ・サワー。
Andy Souwer, who has an uncanny ability of making the impossible possible. Would he pull it off here against Giorgio Petrosyan? The punishing paisano, Giorgio Petrosyan. Flawless. As Mike Kogan said, a computer, a chess player in the ring. He's the Kasparov of K1 Max. He sees moves, 4, 5 moves before the opponent actually throws a technique. Third man in centering, the legendary Nobuaki Kakura. This, the final of the most coveted strap in all the world of fight sports. This, pound for pound, is where it's at. K1 Max, 3 by 3 minute rounds. We've got 2 extra rounds in case of a draw. A win decided by KO, TKO, or judge's decision. A TKO results from 3 knockdowns in 1 round. Souwer looks ready, but how will that right eye hold up? A huge cut was opened up in that controversial decision win over Buakaw. The voice, Michael Chavello, and Mike Kogan with you. The time for talk is over. Will it be Petrosyan's destiny in his debut year to win the K1 Max crown? Or will Souwer make history and become the first ever triple K1 Max champion? Good, a high left round kick from Petrosyan, the southpaw fighter. Souwer eats a jab, takes an inside thigh kick. Souwer hasn't thrown yet. Chance going up for Petrosyan. Fakes the inside thigh kick. There's Masato. He'll fight the winner of this one in his retirement fight at Dynamite on New Year's Eve. Good inside thigh kick again from Petrosyan. Souwer waiting. He's not taking our advice. He's not going hell for leather. He's sitting back and he's just allowing Petrosyan to score on him at the moment. He knows what Petrosyan is about. They went the distance in Milan earlier this year in a Muay Thai contest. It was Petrosyan who came up trumps. Again, you see some counter striking there off the left hand of Petrosyan. Good inside thigh kick from Andy Souwer. Petrosyan's hands are fast. They're hard.
I think at this point, Andy Souwer needs to realize that his strategy is not working because Petrosyan is basically almost like he's practicing and going, okay, this is going to work, this is not going to work, this is going to work, this is not going to work, which by the second round is going to become 10 times more accurate with 20 times the output of the first round, and the fight will be over.
Double jab from Petrosyan, outside leg kick to the back leg. Souwer goes to the lead leg. Souwer wants to throw that right hand. I know I've said it all night, but once again, it is the #1 weapon to use against a southpaw fighter. Oh, and he almost hits a left hand. Andy Souwer's got to drift off to his left and not go right. You go right, you walk into the left jackhammer of Petrosyan. You go left and you walk into that right hand as well. Souwer has nothing so far. Petrosyan doing everything right. Look how he bridges up and just guards against the round kick. Cuts off the ring, launches a rear leg round kick. Jab 2 from Petrosyan. It is just beautiful to watch. You just want to pop a bottle of Cristal, fill a flute full of that beautiful champagne, sit back and enjoy Giorgio Petrosyan. Mike, do you know a more aesthetically beautiful fighter to watch in any combat sport around the world? I don't.
No, I don't. And you know what? It would be a dream fight for him to fight Masato. Oh, because Masato is aggressive and very aggressive with leg kicks. And he'll slug it out. And Souwer is not doing that right now. He's just sitting. I don't really know what he's doing.
Did you see that? Petrosyan at the end of the round, look, not even a droplet of sweat. He threw his arms out to his side and said, is that all you've got? Is that all you've got, Andy? Seriously? There's blood coming from Andy Souwer's nose now. And once again, a simply flawless round from Giorgio Petrosyan. There is not a chink in his armor, Mike. There is not a chink in the armor of the Italian.
No. There isn't. I mean, somebody one day is going to have to figure out how to beat this guy.
Ridiculously here, 2 judges have given it a drawn round. Andy Souwer didn't throw anything, yet he gets a drawn round, and 1 judge gave it the way of Giorgio Petrosyan. There is some serious judge nut hugging on Andy Souwer here tonight.
You said it. I agree, though.
Second round, Petrosyan ahead on 1 judge's scorecard as we see the K1 Max Hall of Fame previous champions. Inside thigh kick, high left round kick from Petrosyan. It's a right hand, best shot of the fight so far from Andy. Needed to turn through a little more though, did Souwer.
It's a little bit of a better game plan.
Front kick from Petrosyan.
Because I tell you what, if doing nothing in the first round gets you a tie around, then
yeah. Gloves up high here on Petrosyan. Skips forward, round kick off the back leg. It goes to the body, looking for the breadbasket. In Italian, they call it the pane basket. Just bobbing and weaving there, Souwer. Throws the outside thigh kick as Petrosyan went to the inside lead thigh. Nice combination work, slick stuff from Petrosyan. And Kakura-san breaks them. 2 minutes remaining in the second round. The K1 Max final, they touch gloves. Nice kick to the liver. Blood again streaming out of the left nostril here of Andy Souwer. Nice counter left hand from Petrosyan. So sharp. Oh, he's got more combinations than a 4 corners pizza. Sticks out the left hand.
And it's not just his attacks that are super impressive, it's his evasiveness. He has yet to get hit.
I think Souwer has hit him cleanly with 1 right hand at the start of the round, and now Petrosyan tags him with that left hook that damaged Yamamoto. And Souwer's down, clutching at his liver. Where have you ever seen Andy Souwer like this? Blood streaming from his nose, streaming from that cut, and clutching his liver. Never, ever have I seen Souwer like this.
I swear, I just saw a look of shock on Masato's face, like,
yeah.
I gotta fight this dude on New Year's Eve.
You never see Masato looking a little bit concerned, but I caught it too, Mike. That little
You see that?
glint
His
in
eyes
eye,
were like,
yeah.
kind of like...
Because he's surely sitting there going, I actually can't find anything on Giorgio Petrosyan. I mean, if Souwer cannot find a weak spot on you, then you are seriously that damn good.
Yes.
Because Souwer exposes everyone he has ever fought. He has exposed Buakaw. He has exposed Masato. He has exposed everyone, but not Petrosyan. He didn't expose him in Milan. He hasn't exposed him here tonight.
Because there's nothing to expose. Except now you got a more aggressive Petrosyan. You know? As he said, I'm going to turn up the tempo.
Petrosyan immediately going to the liver again. The right side of the carcass that has been totally banged up here on Andy Souwer. And look at the aggression of the Italian as he storms forward.
You know what? I retract my strategy. Aggression doesn't work against him either. It just makes him into more aggressive.
This is what happens when a succulent counter fighter, criticised by FEG as being not exciting enough, happens to step up with the power salvos. Souwer, just a mess here.
The doctors are checking the athlete's condition.
Souwer says he's okay to go on. He doesn't want the doctors to stop this one. He wants to go out on his shield. It's a huge cut, but it's under the eye. It'll be okay. It's under the eye. If it was over the eye, this one would be finished.
Well, but also you have to see if he keeps taking repeated damage and, you know, half of his cheek starts getting ripped off. That's not really something we want to see either.
Petrosyan again going to that liver. Oh, balk left hand from the Italian. Inside thigh kick. Covers up against the high kick from Souwer. This is just beautiful to behold. You are seeing an in-ring genius. You are seeing sublime human perfection in fighting
But you know
form.
what? Props to Andy Souwer. He's trying to put up a fight. I mean, he really is. You know, but yet it is a little bit of a awkward sight to see, you know, somebody as dominant as Andy Souwer just being kind of desperately lunging forward and hoping that something will land and something will happen, because Petrosyan is just fighting a perfect fight. I mean, you couldn't have scripted any better.
There's nothing even to say on these replays. I mean, just see how effortlessly Petrosyan strings together the combinations. 10-8 on all three judges' scorecards. 2018, 2018, 2017. He is well ahead now, Petrosyan. And now it is time for him to put the proverbial icing on the cake. The icing on the cannoli. Petrosyan opens up strong. Jab to step up knee to that liver again.
Petrosyan wants a stoppage. He doesn't want to win by a decision. He wants a TKO or a KO.
And he wants to KO Andy, it looks like, with a body shot. He wants to damage that liver.
Well, because the body shot is what dropped him for the 8 count. So
look at the angles that Petrosyan works so slickly. So deft, you hardly see them. Leads in with that left hand and takes Andy down with ease. If it was a mixed martial arts fight, he would have gone straight into side control. Never have I seen Souwer bloodied up like this. Buakaw put the cut on him earlier on. Petrosyan has just ripped it further open.
I just watched one of the judges run up there to wipe down Petrosyan, and Petrosyan kind of looked at him like, no, I have nothing. I'm not even sweating, really.
Petrosyan hasn't put a hair out of place. They wipe down Souwer once again. They are not allowed to apply any Vaseline, no adrenaline. They can only wipe the cut during the round.
We have a section full of Armenian Japanese cheering for Petrosyan.
More so, I'd say Italian Japanese fans, because the Japanese really are Italian-phile.
What's Kido saying?
He's saying if he starts bleeding any more than this, they're going to stop the fight.
Oh, beautiful catch and sweep. He's just humiliating Souwer now. Takes the lead leg out of range. Jab to a high left round kick. Petrosyan doing what he wants when he wants. Look at the evasion of Petrosyan. Souwer trying for the acrobatic stuff.
At this point, it just
something.
looks almost embarrassing.
That's what I said. He's embarrassing Andy now. He really is. Andy cannot touch him. And Petrosyan is touching him whenever he wants. I don't think, Mike, that I've ever seen, not even Buakaw in 2006, I don't think I've ever seen in a max final a fighter get so completely
so dominant,
handled.
yeah, as if this is like final 16 first round or something, you know, and we're trying to eliminate.
Not even that, Mike. You know, I really hate to say, because I'm such a big fan of Andy as well as I am Petrosyan, but again, Petrosyan has made it look like a glorified sparring session. You figure this is how hard he goes in the gym.
Yeah.
Nothing getting through here for Souwer. Look at the counter off the left hand again.
I mean, he's fighting a complete uphill battle, but he does, you know, he won't give up. I mean, his heart is definitely, you know, gigantic.
You cannot not be enjoying this, folks. What you are seeing on your television right now is a fighter only 23 years old on a 22-fight winning streak. And he pulls off a spinning hook kick with 5 seconds to go. You are seeing a fighter at the peak of his powers. You're about to see the crowning of a new K1 Max World Champion. the first ever Italian and Armenian K1 Max World Champion. The Lamborghini of K1 Max. The sheer perfection, the sheer aesthetic brilliance that is Giorgio Petrosyan. Mikey, that's all I've got to say. I cannot say any more about Petrosyan. Can I just get a pounded fist, brother? Because I said it at the start of the year. I said this guy was going to walk into K1, thank you, pound it. I said he was going to dominate K1 on his debut year, and he walked through everyone. He carved through them all like a hot knife through lasagna.
Literally. Yes. I mean, you know, you've said everything there is to say about Petrosyan. I think we get ready to see history and the first Italian kickboxer crowned.
Fratelli d'Italia, the Italian national anthem will be singing loudly tonight. Giorgio Petrosyan is the K1 Max champion of the world. And you've got to wonder what is going through Masato's mind.
I don't know, but his expression looked more like, yeah, maybe I'll fight somebody else.
When have you ever seen Andy Souwer dominated, handled?
Never. I mean, that's
like
the point.
That?
Never. I've never seen it like this. But you know what? Masato has a lot more aggressive style. Masato, when hit and when knocked down, comes back 100 times stronger. So I'm actually looking very forward to that fight. I think that's going to be one of the most exciting K1 fights you'll see.
It will, Mike, but you know what the problem's going to be for Masato? He commits himself so much to those aggressive combinations against a counter fighter of the speed of Petrosyan, exactly,
but which is good,
open.
Because it's Masato's retirement fight, so in Japanese tradition, he's supposed to lose anyway. So maybe that's what Masato is thinking. Oh, thank God, Petrosyan won. Now I can lose and retire.
I am just so proud right now of Giorgio Petrosyan. Followed his career since he started in 2003. He went 21 fights straight without a loss. Entered K1 for the first time early this year. And he dominated. First knocking out Jabar Askarov. Then after Jabar Askarov, it just kept going. Dominated. Shellacked Albert Kraus. Knocked out Yamamoto. Handled and tooled Andy Souwer in a way we have never seen in a K1 Max final, let alone even a K1 heavyweight final. I've never seen an opponent tool like that. It was just too easy, Mike. Too damn easy.
Well,
and there you have it.
You know what they say, the easier something looks, the harder it is to do.
I want my fist pound on camera now, Mike. There it is. There it is. Giorgio Petrosyan has just coasted through the K1 Max. We have never seen it before. We may never see it again. And now it is set. Petrosyan versus Masato in the blockbuster of all blockbusters at Dynamite on New Year's Eve in front of 40,000 people at the Saitama Super Arena. It is going to be epic. They're about to present Petrosyan with his trophy and the strap in center ring. And let's listen to Masato. Jonathan Sher, what did he say?
Masato's just asked Petrosyan if he's free on New Year's Eve, so he may be asking for the fight. So he's waiting for him on New Year's Eve.
How about that? What is interesting as well, Mike Hogan, is Tanagawa-san came out and said possibly Masato's retirement fight won't be 3 rounds. It may not even be 5 rounds. It may be a 7-rounder or a 10-rounder because the fans want to see Masato that much and they want to see him in a war that they figure 3 rounds may be too short to ride out his career.
I don't think
I think
K1
that's
match should last
that
7 and 10
dangerous.
rounds. It's not like boxing. I mean, these people are taking tremendous punishment from leg kicks that a boxer wouldn't fathom about doing. I mean, many boxers have tried to come into the K1 Max ring and they're not very, very successful against elite level kickboxers. So I think we just stick to the regular K1 rules and do a 3-round fight, you know, and have the extension rounds, up to 2 extension rounds if necessary. But you know, I wouldn't go any further than that.
Mike, once again, you've seen all the K1 victories in Max and the heavyweights over the years. Where do you place this victory by Petrosyan on the all-time scale?
Oh, I mean, I would have to say this is probably one of the hardest earned belts in all of the K1 Max history, because from the final 16 and on to the final 8 and on to today, these were all A-level former champions, #2 ranked, #3 ranked. You know, there was no easy fights in this particular tournament.
Let's not forget that along the way, Petrosyan, along the way to winning this strap he's about to be presented with, defeated 2 former K1 Max champions who between them had won 3 K1 Max titles, and he made them both look amateurish. He absolutely handled and tooled Albert Kraus, and tonight he made it look like a sparring session against Andy Souwer.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, like I said, a phenomenal win. You know, anytime you win a K1 Max title, of course, it's a great achievement, but I think in this particular case, with just Buakaw and Souwer in the finals, and even Yamamoto, and the ease with which Petrosyan won it is just phenomenal.
And let me tell you something else here, folks. At 23 years old, Petrosyan is a man who could dominate K1 Max for the next 5 years. I'll say it right now. If he continues to improve, and you've got to wonder how much more could he possibly improve, but if he continues to improve as he does and continues this massive undefeated streak, here's a guy who could seemingly dominate K1 like no K1 fighter has ever done before. I'm talking probably a greater domination than what we even saw from, say, Peter Ertz in the 1990s, or Semi Schilt in 05, 06, 07 in the heavyweights.
Absolutely. I mean, Petrosyan could, at the level that he's at, he could be the most dominant K1. This could be the start of the most dominant K1 champion era in Petrosyan, unless somebody figures out a way to stop him.
It is all official. Petrosyan takes the winner's check. But more importantly, the most beautiful belt in the world is now fixed around the waist of the Italian Armenian. And I'll be the first to declare it here tonight. We have now entered the era of Giorgio Petrosyan. And let me tell you, folks, it is going to be a long, it is going to be a superb, it is going to be an exciting era of Giorgio Petrosyan. Sato is next on New Year's Eve. Then you've got the likes of Buakaw, the likes of Kishenko. They'll all come, they'll all have their time, but the era of Petrosyan will last a while. Tonight's results, Yuya, a huge upset over Nagashima. Petrosyan knocking out Yamamoto. Souwer, controversial winner over Buakaw for Pramuk. Sato, knockout over Kido, was one for the highlight reels. Cheon over Watanabe. And then Albert Kraus, well, we said goodnight on the career of Kozo Takeda. Drago over Kawaruamaki was brilliant. Kishenko took a while but got the job done over Salavzun. Zambides may be the end of his K1 career, losing to Hinata. And Petrosyan, well, he did it in style over Andy Souwer. Folks, December 5 is the next stop for us. We will be back here at the Yokohama Arena, the K1 Grand Prix final, the Mac Daddy of them all, the Super Bowl of stand-up once again is happening. 20,000 fans will be on hand. 138 countries around the world will be watching us live as we bring you the K1 World Grand Prix. You can check out all the updates and all the footage on the official K1 YouTube channel, youtube.com/K1. Early predictions for that one, I say it's going to be out of 3 guys. But hurry. Semi Schilt, Remy Bunjaski with Matey, Alistair Overeem as a dark horse. That is on December 5. Then, of course, we're at Saitama Super Arena on New Year's Eve for the biggest fight show on the planet. 40,000 fans, MMA and K1 action, including Masato's retirement fight at Dynamite on New Year's Eve. Mike Kogan, this year is just going to keep getting better and better.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. You know, the World Grand Prix Finals coming up. First time ever an MMA fighter and Alistair Overeem there. And then, of course, the Dynamite wrapping up the year for us here.
And also on Dynamite, we are going to see the crowning of the K1 Koshien champion. They fought in the final 8 earlier on tonight. It is Hiroya against Masaki Noiri. Shoto Shimada versus Katsuki Ishida. Those are the final 4. That'll also happen at Dynamite. Will Hiroya maintain his Koshien title? Koshien being the high school championship, the under-18s. Folks, from myself, Michael Chiavello, and my verbal sparring partner, Mike Kogan, congratulations to the punishing paisano. Forza Italia. Bravo, Giorgio Petrosyan. From us to you, thank you also, Jonathan Scher, for translating. Good night from us.